Can you tell us what is meant by soft skills?
So generally, the focus of most entrepreneurship programs is on the hard deliverables that we can actually see. For instance, the business model canvas, how the team is developing, how the strategies are there. But we often know that our effectiveness is a lot dependent on how we feel about particular situations and ideas. So soft skills are basically the set of skills which enable an entrepreneur to be able to negotiate well, be more creative, build stronger connections, build a greater motivation for himself and for others. So when we talk of soft skills, I would say the primary one over here is called emotional intelligence. So when an entrepreneur wants to build on his emotional intelligence, the interesting thing is that first he needs to apply it on himself, because only when you build a strong sense of self-awareness, you're able to go and build and motivate others to create a more coherent environment. So when we talk of emotional intelligence, our emotions are basically three main categories. First one is fear-based emotions. So these are the emotions such as you having a fear of either implementing, or a fear of failure, or even fear in general, such as issues such as shame, lack of self-confidence, and so on. So these are the emotions which often restrict you and often create environments that are eventually develop into some kind of conflict within organizations. The second kind of emotions are the most anger-based emotions. So once they are also strongly connected to the fear-based emotions, because once you have developed the ability to identify that you can go beyond your fears, usually people become more aggressive in their approach. And both of these emotions, whether it's anger-based emotions where you want to completely compete, or you want to show to someone that how good you are, all of these motivations are not effective in the long term. In the long term, the kind of emotions that we would like to keep sustained are the, you can say, more empathy-based emotions. So where you feel, have a sense of self-confidence, you feel a love for yourself, you feel love for others, you feel general connection, and you want the general well-being of yourself and of others around you. And these are the kinds of emotions which, if one inculcates in himself and also within the environment of the company can actually grow into becoming more creative. And most often we intuitively do feel, when we walk into an environment or when we walk into an organization, we feel the generally what are the emotional levels within the organization. Is it very stressful, or is it very positive? Does it have a good energy or a good vibe? So we often talk about these terms, but yes, it is possible to consciously become aware and develop such strong emotional strengths. The second most important aspect over here is how to be creative. And this is not easily learned, but in order to be creative, you have to somehow get into the flow, get into the mood, and this is what musicians, dancers, or anyone who is working with any creative art, they do it very naturally, but it's a practice that even entrepreneurs need to build, because sometimes you need to be very agile, take quick decisions, work with your instincts, have a good intuition. So this is a very, very strong skill. The next, I think, very important soft skill is knowing your passion, which is connected to knowing yourself. So there are psychometric tests through which you can identify and understand your personality type. So you can know that, am I a natural communicator? Do I enjoy to go out and communicate with people? Do I enjoy more of a hard skill like a coding kind of environment? So once you know what your skills are, and once you as an entrepreneur knows in your team what the other skills are, you can align and distribute tasks in such a way that everyone tries to do what is connected to his passion. And this is also very important for an entrepreneur to think of an idea especially in the direction of which feels good to him, which feels more exciting to him, more interesting for him. Because many times we go after where someone tells us that there is this big opportunity or there's going to be a lot of money in this area, but it's not really your interest. And many people go in that direction and fail. So this is very important for entrepreneurs to identify their passion. And lastly, most importantly, is about finding a purpose. Because even if today your motivations for building a company might be to have some success or to generate wealth, which is all well and good, but what will keep you and your team motivated is that if you link your idea or your business to a larger purpose of how it will serve not just you, but how it will serve your employees and how it will serve society as a whole, how it will serve the economy, what kind of big impact can it make? Now, these questions are very, very important, because once you identify a real purpose behind you, behind your project, you will now be connected to your project more than just a means of generating wealth. So that means even when the project is meeting with failures or difficulties, you will still be able to remain connected, because you then see the larger purpose behind it. And most successful businesses, most successful organizations are able to articulate their purpose in either their mission statement. So this is a very, very important strong soft skill. Of course, other soft skills such as your ability to how to communicate, how to be authentic, those are very, very important for you to build strong relationships, because people generally like to connect with people who seem nice, who are able to perceive and speak and communicate in a very authentic manner, not that they are pretending to be someone else. So being authentic is again another thing. Of course, this is a very big topic, but I think all of it starts with emotional intelligence, because once you start becoming naturally more happy, more peaceful as a human being, you will be able to start exploring all the other dimensions and build yourself as a very, very good leader with a good soft skills.